My name is Reed Yobe, and I've got some few tips that I would like to share with the parents, especially those with children that are still young, haven't gone to school, or probably still in school. The future of your child is important. Life is not easy. Life is hard. It's tough out there, and you want your child to be able to survive. You want your child to be able to survive. You want them to be able to make it, to be able to earn a living. That's why I'm sure you send your children to school, so that when they finish, they'll be able to look after themselves and probably look after you as well. But you want your children to be able to make it in life, to earn a living, and be able to look after themselves and their children as well. But you see, you send them to school, right? And some of these children have got talents, and you do all that you can to help develop the talent, so that when your child grows up, they can also be able to look after themselves, making use of the talent. It's really tough. It's really tough. And you see, some of these talents that the children might have, they may still struggle to earn a living. There are people who are talented, but at the same time, they are struggling. Because when you are talented in a particular area that is not on demand, then it becomes difficult to make it. So you have to think. You have to think for your child. Be like a coach to your child. Be like a coach to your child. As far as education is concerned, you must ensure that your child does something that they'll be able to make a living out of. If it's a talent that they have, a natural gift, you also have to ensure that this gift that my child has, it's something that they can also make a living out of. Because if it's something that your child is going to struggle to make a living out of, then you must have something like a plan B. Because your main focus here should be on ensuring that your child acquires the right skills that will enable them to make a living out of when they grow up. We are humans, and by nature, we can learn almost anything. It's just that at times, or rather in most cases, what I've seen is that people don't want their children to struggle. So they kind of look at things that they can do without struggling easily, as in, for instance, if it's subjects at school, The parent will look at the subjects that the child is good at, the subject that they are struggling with. They kind of encourage the children to drop those subjects and encourage them to work more on the ones that they are good at. But you see, life has got no respect for your child. You have to think for your child. If it is a subject that you know is essential, then if your child is struggling with that particular subject, is not good at that particular subject, you have to do all you can to ensure that they get it right. If you start them at a younger age, I'm sure they will be able to learn something. You have to think ahead and know what you would want your child to do. Think for them. And as you think for your child, you be putting into consideration the fact that you want your child to acquire a skill that they will be able to make a living out of. If your child is good at something and you know for sure or that they will struggle to make a living out of that particular thing, you may encourage them so that, because it could be their dream to end up doing that particular thing. So you can still encourage your child to follow their passion, but at the same time, you must ensure that they have something extra. That they will be able to make a living out of. You want your child to survive. You want your child to be able to make it. There are a lot of people today that are skilled and highly educated, but in the wrong areas, and they are struggling. There are people that graduated from universities, people with skills, but they are struggling to make a living. And there are people who never went to school, who just happen to have the right skills, who are making it in life. I'm not saying education is not important. Neither am I saying that's the only thing that is important. I believe education is important. You need it even for personal growth. But think for your child. You don't want your child to end up on the streets with nothing but skills that are not needed. So this is the advice that I have for parents. Think ahead. Think for your child today. You can't just send them to school. That's not enough. That's all I have to share with you. My name is Reid Yobe. Thank you.